Hey, and welcome to part 1 of the long overdue Nokia N8 restoration. Now, I have been saying for many years that I will restore this phone at some point, but it kept on getting pushed back in favor of other videos, retro style review videos, ringtones videos, and so on. But finally, I have come to restore this phone that has been sitting in the corner for quite a while now, about 2.5 years. Well, I can't say sitting in a corner because I've used this phone for multiple other videos. Actually, yeah, I have used this phone for a considerable amount of videos throughout the past few years that I've owned this thing, especially comparing it to the N8 prototype and then the shutter video, the ND filter video that I did, the shorts video, and multiple other videos. So I have been neglecting this phone for quite a while, but now it is high time we get to that restoration, and this is part 1 of this restoration. It's a bit long, so I split it into 2 parts. So let us start off by taking this thing apart and going from there. So this is restoring this old Nokia N8 here in 2022. So as usual, before jumping right in, don't forget to smash that like button down below as it helps this video get on YouTube's algorithm. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell notification button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Also don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this restoration video or the Nokia N8. Do you own one? Did you own one at some point? Do you have one in your collection? Or anything else you want to let me know down in the comment section below. Also don't forget to leave a question if you do have one so I can answer your questions, or we can start a discussion. My social media is linked down in the description below, which includes Instagram, Discord, and Twitter. And now let's jump right into this video. Now, this video is broken into multiple segments, so if you want to jump to the restoration part itself, the disassembly part, that as far as this video goes, we'll be getting into all the other stuff in the second video, but in this video we'll be disassembling it and somewhat prepping it for restoration. Part 2 is where I find the screws and stuff that need replacing, and then we go from there. So if you want to jump to that, this video is segmented in the slider, so the slider is segmented. You can jump to whichever section you like. But now I'll just give you some background on this particular phone. I bought it from, I think it was Romania or Eastern Europe, somewhere in Eastern Europe, Romania, Latvia, somewhere in Eastern Europe. I cannot really remember. If I do find the eBay listing, I'll put it up here, but I don't think I'll find it because this was quite a while back. This was 2019 or somewhere around 2019, I think. So it's a really long time ago, so I may or may not find the listing, and I forgot how much it was. Probably it was like $23 or something like that. And it came actually in a very bad packaging, in a barely padded bag. The bag was falling apart. It wasn't padded properly. It was a reused bag held together by tape. But this thing's screen survived the trip from what I believe is either Latvia or Romania, somewhere in Eastern Europe, all the way to the United States in a barely padded bag, and the touchscreen, as you can see, wasn't cracked or anything like that. It's in perfect condition relative to the way the thing was posted on eBay, because when this thing was posted on eBay, it was still in bad shape. As you can see here, the phone has been misused throughout its life. The previous owner has jabbed it with a screwdriver. This kind of damage does not easily happen. He has tried to get into it before and sort of succeeded. Stripped all the screws in the process. As you can see, this screw is stripped. I got rid of this screw a few years ago, and I don't know where the screw is, but still, it was stripped. And he managed to get inside and strip that screw as well, but he got stuck there. He couldn't get that screw out. So I don't know why he tried to take this thing apart, but as you can see, there's no reason to, because it works perfectly fine. The cameras work, everything works on this phone. I've used it for multiple videos in the past, comparing it to the N8 prototype. This video especially, where I compared this phone to the Nokia N8 prototype, which is almost completely different from the standard release model of the N8. If you haven't already seen that, you can go watch that. Then I did the ND filter video quite recently, the shorts video. I've done a multiple set of videos on this phone in the past, so this phone has been used for my videos, but now it's high time that I restore it because it's in pretty bad shape. And I'm still surprised that this thing survived from all the way from Eastern Europe in a bag that was barely padded. But then again, it's a Nokia, so you're not supposed to be that surprised. These things are built like tanks. But again, we're like I said in my previous videos, we'll be restoring this, not refurbishing. Restoring is using as much as the original parts as we can by reworking the parts. Refurbishing is just straight up replacing the parts, which I'm not going to do. That's kind of pointless. That is not a proper restoration. When you get an old car, for example, a vintage Ford Mustang, you don't start replacing the doors, chair, seats, and everything unless you have to. You actually rework them. That's why it's called a restoration and not a refurbishment. So there are some things that we do have to replace on this phone. As you can see here, that some things are missing, but apart from that, we'll be actually refurbishing this phone. We will also be giving this phone a brand new paint job. I thought of going for a full black paint job, so we will be spray painting this thing because of course there's a lot of scratches and stuff. So we'll be sandpapering this thing down in part 2 and giving it a new paint job as well. So definitely something interesting to see. So yeah, that was just a quick background on this phone. So let us now get to it. I'll start taking this thing apart and we'll go from there. So the taking apart part, as usual, will be fast forwarded and we'll go from there.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the...
So there you have it, this annoying, probably the most annoying screw that I've ever had to work with. And I've worked with a lot of screws. The screw that I've ever seen to be this hard to take out. Now, could I have brute forced this thing? Yeah, I could have got a drill and drilled the screw out. But remember, this thing is attached to the AMOLED. So too much force and this thing's gonna crack. So I couldn't really brute force it. I did try soldering it, as you saw. I tried super glue. I tried cutting it with a X-Acto blade. I tried everything. I tried bending it out of shape, and that's what somewhat gave me some room to actually move this here and there. Because I could have swiveled it with the main ribbon over here. There's a smaller ribbon under here that I covered at the last moment there. Let me take it out. Okay, there we go. So that's the digitizer ribbon. And that digitizer ribbon was right next to where the screw is, so I couldn't really pivot it that way or this way because it was blocked by the piece of plastic. So I had to undo the subframe, as you saw, by moving it slightly, and I got rid of the subframe assembly here. As you can see here, this is the subframe assembly. Got that out, and using that itself, I moved it out of the way. And then since it moved, I had more room. I had to burn off some of the plastic as well with the soldering iron. Then I could use a plier to slowly undo the screw. That was really long and really annoying. So please leave a big thumbs up on this video. And I know this is just part 1 of this video, so definitely stay tuned for part 2. I'm not gonna do anything else with this phone as far as today goes. I'm just gonna take a break, upload this video, chill out a bit, and get back to it tomorrow. That is all I'm ever gonna actually try with this phone. This was the most annoying phone that I've ever opened, period. And I've opened HTC M8s, HTC One M8s and stuff like that, which were rated as some of the worst phones to repair. But this one easily takes the cake because of the strip screw. But yeah, finally I got it open, and I'm keeping this screw as a reminder of how pissed I was throughout this. And I have to keep recording it as well. I have to remember to record what I'm doing. Don't want to make it too long either. But of course it was fast forwarded for you guys while watching it now. You saw the fast forwarded half. But it took me a good close to 15 hours of messing with it to actually get it open. Because today, now it's 5 o'clock in the evening, and all morning today I've been messing with it while I was eating as well. And last night till like 3 in the morning, even after I stopped the camera, I was messing with it without actually sleeping. So yeah, this was part one, the horrible part one, for me at least. For you guys, you're just watching from home and you're enjoying it, but horrible part one of this Nokia N8 restoration. Don't forget to smash that like button down below, show some support. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, ring that bell notification button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. In part 2, we'll prep it for spray painting and we'll start actually restoring this thing. I was supposed to prep it a bit more, but I'm tired and I got the main thing away, so we'll do all that in part 2. Again, leave a comment, leave a question if you have one. We can start a discussion. I can answer your questions and whatever. My social media is linked down in the description below, which includes Instagram, Discord, and Twitter. Thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.